Good morning. This morning we are starting Vlogmas in the car. We're headed to breakfast. We are going to a Christmas vendor market today. I'm feeling so much better. I think yesterday I was just like run down and exhausted. I feel so much better today. But yeah, we're going to a little Christmas vendor village thing at a local playground. And
Playground?
what? Yeah. We were.
Can we play at the playground?
Yes, we were on our way. We were on our way out, and our tire pressure, our back tire, was really, really low. I don't know why. Bradley's trying to figure it out. He's blowing up the tire now. I am working on my anthology throw. It's a little wonky on the needles. The needles are just a little too long for them right now. I'm only on the second color, and it's already, a good size.
It's the right size for a baby squirrel.
For a baby squirrel blanket. That would be a good baby squirrel blanket. But I don't know.
A baby, a big cool blanket.
Or a big kid squirrel. Yeah.
Oh, a tiny.
Yeah. But
a baby.
I'm curious. All right, let me finish talking really quick. I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out, like how big it's going to be, since I'm using needles that are so much smaller than the recommended ones. I think I talked about it on the first. I think the recommended were 4 millimeters, and I'm using 2.5 millimeters. I will say I do like the way it's turning out more than when I use the 4 millimeter. I like how tight the eyelets are. And this is all going to blossom whenever I block it. But I like this a lot more than the one that I did with the 4 millimeters. The holes were just I feel like they were too big to be functional on the one that I did before. Like it was a good decorative throw, but probably not a good blanket to use to like cozy up. And I'd like a blanket that's functional as well as, decorative. But it sounds like maybe he figured out what's going on, so we're gonna hit the road, and we're gonna go get breakfast, and then we're gonna go to the market, and then I don't know what else we're gonna do for the rest of the day. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
We are back in the car. We are on the way to go meet someone in St. Augustine. They're about 40 minutes away from us. And we are going to pick up another piece of the Lennox Christmas Village. It's not part of the Mistletoe Park Christmas Village. I'm not really sure what it is. It was before, I think it was before they started the Mistletoe Park. From what I read online, it looked like the Mistletoe Park stuff started in 2005, and this is a piece from 2003. It's a little teacup carousel, and I've been finding them on eBay for like around $200, but none of them work. Like it doesn't spin and the music doesn't play. Or I found one where the music did play, but it didn't have any of the teacups and it didn't spin anymore. So I've just kind of been looking. Well, I found one on Facebook in our area. She was selling it. It works. She said everything works on it. It has all the it has everything. It has all the teacups and everything. And she was selling it for $175. And I asked her if she would be willing to do $125, and she said yes. So we're going to go pick that up now. And I got all of my, not all of it, I got all of the dinner plates and one of the serving trays for my china today. And I'm excited to show that to you. And I got most of the Christmas Village in. I'm only waiting on 2 more pieces for that now, I think. And
Mommy, can I watch you pin the teacups?
yes, we'll watch it tonight if we have batteries for it. Yes, baby, you'll watch it too. We'll all watch it. Well, we can't watch it right now. I don't have it yet. But anyway, so we'll. So then I have 2 pieces of the Christmas Village that I'm still waiting on, and then I also got like a serving. It's like a serving dish, but it looks like a train, and then a cookie jar from Lennox as well that I'm waiting on. And I think everything else is supposed to be here on Monday at least. And then that will be it for all of my crazy last minute Christmas splurges. My husband's sitting next to me. He just went. But anyway, so we're gonna pick that up, and then we're gonna pick up dinner. We're gonna head home, and I think we're gonna watch a Christmas movie with the boys and wrap up a pretty chill day. Oh, except for, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, we ended up, when we were going to the market earlier, actually no, I did mention this earlier, they found a nail, Bradley found a nail in our tire, and so he took it to a auto shop. What do you call it? Auto shop? He took it to an auto shop and they fixed it. They repaired the tire, and it only took, he was only there for like an hour, I think. He texted me at like 1:30, and he got home at like 2:45, or started on his way home at 2:45. So that was nice. That was a nice surprise, because even when we schedule an appointment, he ends up being there all day long. So that was a happy surprise. But otherwise, it was a pretty chill day. I got a lot of cleaning done. I used my dining room table for all of my sewing stuff. So I cleared off all of my sewing stuff so that it was ready for when the china came. I was supposed to have most of it delivered today. I was supposed to have my dinner plates, my dessert plates, and my soup bowls delivered today, and only my dinner plates came. And then I also got one of the serving trays. But that's okay. I can set up the dinner plates at least. I was laughing with Brad because as I was taking them out of the box, I was like, I was so excited to use this, but they're so pretty and they feel so fragile. I'm scared to use them now. But we will. We will use them. He's shaking his head no, but we will use them. And I am looking forward to showing you guys the carousel that I get. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. We just put the boys to bed. We watched a movie with them tonight. We watched Elf. But I wanted to show you guys what I got. Here it is. There's a little button that makes it turn. And then it has the music. Turned off now. But I love it. The only thing I don't love is that the music gets a little creepy when it starts slowing down. But then I also got my Christmas china today. This is the My Noel by, I think it's pronounced Prona. But this is one of the serving platters. It's just called an oval serving tray or serving platter. And then this is the dinner plate. I was also supposed to get the salad plates and the soup bowls today, but they didn't come in. I don't know what happened to those. And then I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I got from the arts market today, since I didn't show you earlier. Go find. Still got a little bit of a cough. Okay. Oh, do you see that? That's paint swatches on our wall. They've been there for a very long time. We need to figure out what we're gonna do. All right. So today we went to the vendor village. It was really sweet. It's at a playground. It was at a playground nearby, and it's a playground and then a walking trail that goes out into a big grassy area on a river. And it's really, really lovely. We go there every now and then. We go there occasionally with friends, but we had never been to the vendor village out there before, the Christmas vendor village. And so we went and we ended up parking at the playground. There's also a parking lot by the river, but it was full whenever we got there. And I kind of wanted to do the walking trail with the boys anyway, so they had something to do, you know, before and after. But they ended up having like a bunch of games and crafts for the kids, which was really nice. But I'm going to show you what I got. I never showed you, I don't think I showed you what I got from Sugar Boo, or did I? No, I did. Okay. Sorry, that's in front of me too. Okay, so the first thing that I got is this. Okay, I think this might be the first thing that I got. So I got these little candles. I thought this might be cute in somewhere. I don't know. I thought it might be cute in my Christmas village, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure if I still believe that. My oldest loved it. He wanted this one. It smells like maple. It kind of smells like chocolate. I don't know. I think the lady and I were misunderstanding each other. I asked her if it was maple scented, and she was like, what? And I was like, is it maple scented? She told me to smell it, but then didn't tell me what it was scented. And I don't think she knew what I meant whenever I said maple, and she was just kind of like, oh yeah. So I don't know, but now that I'm smelling it, it kind of smells like chocolate. But my oldest wanted it. He was like, ooh, get the gingerbread house. So I did. And then I got these little stocking stuffers for them. My oldest is obsessed with hammerheads, and they had this little like 3D printed hammerhead shark. And I felt bad because then his friend ended up getting something from the little 3D print station. And I was like, oh no, we can't get anything, because I had already gotten him something, and he was so sad. But he'll be happy on Christmas, so it's okay. And then I got my youngest this little guy. He loves Triceratops. And if you were here for my last podcast, I think it was my last podcast, I talked about how he loves his blue eyes, and this little Triceratops has blue eyes, so I think he is going to love that. And then I got this little bracelet. It's cute. I saw there's that little 4-leaf clover bracelet by Van Cleef, but it's like crazy, like $4,000 or something. And I mean, obviously it's not a 4-leaf clover, and it doesn't look exactly like it, but it kind of reminded me of that, and I liked it. I thought it was cute. All right, let me see. I think that's all I got. We got, the boys did a craft. So they each did a little gingerbread ornament. There's that. Super cute. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to go walk around, and there was a lot out there. It was probably the only kind of bummer was that we didn't see any repeat shops. They had, I also got, I don't have that in here with me and I'm not going to go get it right now. I got 2 brooches. So there was I got 1 brooch. It's a poinsettia brooch, and I got a gold ring. The ring's really neat. I don't know if it's real gold, but it had like a little diamond, on a very teeny tiny diamond on the inside of the band. And it's like a really wide band. So I want to go take it somewhere and see if it's something. But they said that they just go to estate sales and buy jewelry in bulk. And then they put them in those bins, and it's like $5 a bag. So I'm sure it's nothing crazy, but it looked neat. So I wanted to get it. But anyway, so, trying to think, there were a lot of different vendors there. I only saw like 1 crochet booth. There was a quilt booth. There was that little vintage jewelry booth, and then there were plants and candles, soaps, all different kinds of things. And I was talking to the person who organized it. Our friend's mom organized it, and I was telling her how impressed I was with everything, and she was like, yeah, we tried to not get any repeat booths. And I just thought that was neat, because here we don't really have, I know like my grandma lives in New Hampshire, and I know they have like a lot of craft fairs, and I don't think we really have that there. I've never seen a craft fair advertised for. And then whenever you do go to a craft fair, it's usually, or not a craft fair, but like if you go to an arts market, it's usually just like everyone just does like crochet. That's pretty much all it is. Like whenever it's gotten a little bit, there have been a few more options that have been added over the last few years. Like I've noticed that some people have started doing flowers, and some people have started doing jewelry, but for a long time it was just like a lot of crochet. And then, too, like with crochet, because it takes so long to make everything and you have to charge a lot to make it worth your time, usually they would just have like little teeny tiny things. So there just wasn't like a whole lot of options whenever you would go to something like this. So I thought it was so neat. Well, then we got to the very back of the thing, and like 4 booths, one right after another, were these 3D printed things. So I guess these things are getting really popular now. I know there's a kid in our neighborhood that sells them, but I had never really heard of like I didn't know like everyone had a 3D printer. I started talking to a few of our friends about it, and they were like, oh yeah, we got a 3D printer. I just didn't know. Oh, that's like melted a little bit back there. But anyway, I thought the boys would like these. They're neat. I was just kind of surprised to see so many 3D printed things. But at this playground, there's a house. It's like a historic house, and they usually have it closed. You can't usually go in it. They had it open for tours today, and I have some clips in there you'll see in like my little B-roll. And it was so funny. They had the little weasel there that spinners would wind their yarn on to make hanks. And I was talking to the lady about it, and I was telling her about about like my Swift, and how I use my Swift to unwind the hanks into a yarn ball and stuff. So she started asking me questions about knitting, and it was neat. And I found out that the little weasel, she said that she wasn't 100% sure how many times they spun it, but she thinks that after 80 spins, that's whenever the hank would be done, when they would be done winding the hank from the spun yarn. And so they would do it 80 times, and then it would pop to let you know that it was finished. And she said that's where the saying "pop goes the weasel" comes from, which I thought was neat. I had never heard that before. And now I have to spend some time tonight looking into that, because I thought that was cool. And then they had some like really fine like lace crocheted blankets in the room. They had a really neat quilt. It was like it was the people who owned the home that were making this quilt, and it was just like pieces of their clothing, like scrap pieces of clothing and stuff that they made into this quilt, and did all different kinds of stitching for the quilting portion of the quilt. And it was neat. It was neat looking through this little house. And it was so funny because they were like a very prominent family, and they had a very, like, for the time, it was like a very nice house. And it was just funny because we walked into the kitchen and my son thought it was a bathroom, and it was just funny. He was like, where's the shower? And it was funny because they didn't have I think they said it was a house from like the 20s maybe, or the 30s. And they said they didn't have a bath in the house, which makes sense, but it was just funny. But anyway, that was our day. Trying to think. After that, we went to go pick up. Well, my husband had to take the car to go get the tire fixed. And I talked about that a little bit in my last little blurb. That went quick. That went well. And then we went to go pick up that teacup carousel. She was really sweet. She said that she loved it and that it was a part of a whole like display that she had. But they travel up north for winter now to go see their kids. And she said they haven't taken it out of the garage in 3 years. So she just wanted to get rid of it. And I was like, well, that's perfect because it will get use here. I will certainly be using it. And then we went and picked up a pizza and we watched Elf, and now we're all winding down for the night. I have to be up early to go work at the kids ministry tomorrow morning, so I'm probably gonna head to bed shortly after this. Oh, you know what? I guess I should show you too. I added in my day 3 color today, and I've gotten a few rows done from that. Hey Google, turn on the living room light. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what I've got done in this now. So I've added on, you can see the pink around the edge. I've added on the 3rd color now. I really love the way this is turning out. And okay, I've been pondering this. I've already made an anthology throw before, and I've already started this one. I got 8 colors into this one before I took it apart and decided to use smaller needles. How does this work? Because you only increase your stitches, you know, after you do the initial increasing. What is it? You only do it like 4 times for the rest of the blanket. Or it's 1, 2, I don't know. You don't do it that many more times. How does it stay? How does it not like, I'm trying to think, like pucker up, like a beanie or something? Because you're only, you know, you go from 144 stitches to 288, and then you stay on 288 for like half the blanket. You only increase twice more after that. And I've still got 22 colors to go, or 20, I guess technically 21. I think it's a 24-day advent. But I only do 2 more increases for 21 colors. How does it not buckle up? And I know it has to do with the eyelets somehow, I guess, that it keeps getting wider even though you're not increasing. I don't understand that. Maybe this is stupid. If you know the answer to that, let me know. But yeah, this is the color that I'm using right now. I talked about it a few days ago, but I accidentally mixed up the day 2 and the day 3 color, but I was not taking it out. I've worked on this blanket too much for me to go back for that. So I originally, the way that I'm doing the colors, I wanted this pop of color in the middle. And the way that the advent was last year, it was like whites at the beginning, and then, you know, it moved on to color. So I started from the last skein and I'm working my way to the first. And so I've already got them not out of order. They're still in order. It's just backwards. Now they're out of order, but I like the way it looks nonetheless. And that's really all I've got for you. Oh, well, now I'm out here. Now I can show you what I got. The little brooch and the little ring. So this is the brooch. I thought it would look cute on my bag that I made. It's the bag. Thought that would look cute on there somewhere. And then this is the ring. It's just like a gold. Like I said, I don't know if it's real gold. But on the inside, where's it at? I don't know if you can see while it's in the bag. I might have to take it out of the bag. On the inside of the band, there's like a little diamond in there. See it right there? I just thought that was interesting. So I wanted to see if it was anything. And even if it's not, it's still cute. It's a cute little, just a wide diamond, or a wide band. And it's, is that beveled? Is that the correct term? But anyway, that is all. And I will talk to you guys more tomorrow. Have a good night.